Zane and the Hurricane, A Story of Katrina by Rodman Philbrick, was one of the books on the Iowa Children's Choice Award list this year. I didn't get a chance to book talk it with you, so I thought I'd take this opportunity right now. This book will be found in the survival section of the library. While the characters are made up, the setting itself is based in actual fact, and I do have just a couple of moments of a video to show you of Hurricane Katrina.
Over the Bahamas forms Tropical Depression 12, a swirling band of wind and rain. It picks up moisture and heat, and with them, speed. As its winds reach 39 miles per hour, it becomes a tropical storm and is given a name, Katrina. Along the coast of Florida, a hurricane warning is announced, the first of many. By 4 o'clock, Katrina grows into a Category 1 hurricane. With 80-mile-an-hour winds, it sideswipes through Florida, just north of Miami. By midnight, over 1 million homes lose power. 11 lives are lost. Katrina hooks north into the Gulf of Mexico and quickly picks up speed and size, becoming a Category 2 hurricane. Locals try to safeguard their property as the governors of Louisiana and Mississippi declare states of emergency. As its winds reach 115 miles an hour, Katrina turns into a Category 3 hurricane, with New Orleans in its sights. City officials urge those who can to evacuate. Traffic jams snarl the highways as up to 18,000 cars an hour try to make it out of harm's way. Katrina grows into a Category 4 hurricane. A few hours later, it reaches Category 5, the highest possible rating. Winds exceed 175 miles an hour. All residents in New Orleans are ordered to evacuate. For those without the means to leave, the city sets up shelters. Many locals simply hunker down in their homes and prepare to weather the storm.
And that brings us to our story. The main character is a young boy named Zane who finds out from his mother that he actually has a great grandmother living in New Orleans, and she goes by the nickname Miss Trissy. Zane is sent to visit his great grandmother in New Orleans. It's not long after he arrives there that they find out that Hurricane Katrina is on its way. Zane's mother tries desperately to arrange a flight out of New Orleans back to the north where Zane is from. However, by the time they realize that they need to get him out of New Orleans, it becomes too late. The airports are shut down. Miss Trissy's pastor at her local church has made arrangements to evacuate many of the church members using a bus. And Zane and Miss Trissy, along with Zane's dog Bandy or Bandit, do find a place on the bus. And if you remember the picture from the video I just showed you, they get caught in one of those long lines of traffic trying to get out of the city. As they're waiting in traffic, Bandy looks out the window and sees a dog in another car, and the two dogs start to bark at each other. Bandy jumps out of the bus and runs off. Zane, against everybody's um, recommendations, doesn't stay on the bus, but he jumps off, intending to grab Bandy and bring him back on the bus. However, Bandy just gets too far away from him. In fact, Bandy works his way back to Miss Trissy's house. And by then, the hurricane has started to set in, and Bandy and Zane are trapped at the house. The water begins to rise. There's flooding, and the two of them end up having to climb into the attic, hoping that somebody will come along and rescue them. Eventually, when things start to look pretty desperate, two individuals, an old man and a young girl, do come along in a canoe and help Bandy and Zane out of the attic and into the canoe. But their troubles are not over. They encounter a variety of obstacles, including snakes in the water, floodwaters, and dangerous and desperate people.